Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles Simmons, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, and entertainment. I want to give you guys a fresh perspective on things, and I wish you them. And today we're going to be talking about that damn Ben Simmons. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. So Ben Simmons is back, man. You know, Ben Simmons, he strikes again, folks. Just when you thought we were done with Ben Simmons, he just, I mean, it's like a toilet that won't flush. This guy's just here. He's just here, alive and well. Now, y'all know, I've been saying on this channel that Ben Simmons is one of the biggest time wasters in NBA history. There's no question about it that Ben Simmons is one of the biggest jokers to ever set foot in the NBA. There is absolutely no doubt about it. Nobody has wasted people's time more than Uncle Ben Simmons himself. And if we go all the way back to his days in Philadelphia, this guy was being compared to LeBron James. Just sit back and ponder that for a moment or two. They were comparing Ben Simmons to the next coming of LeBron James. Why were they doing this? Well, number one, this guy had immense talent. He was 6'10". He was fast. He was quick. He could run a fast break as good as almost Jason Kidd or LeBron James himself. He had great court vision. He was athletic. He could play defense. And the only thing that was missing from Ben Simmons' repertoire was essentially a jump shot. That's all he was missing. And I remember when Kobe Bryant said, if Ben Simmons doesn't start developing his basketball game, he will regret it in the future. So what happened with Uncle Ben? Let's get to Ben Simmons' regular season numbers. This guy, when his entree into the NBA, because I think he missed the first year due to injury, he played 81 games, averaged 15.8 points per game on 54% shooting from the field, 0% shooting from the three. Just keep that number in mind. 56% shooting from the floor while getting you 8.1 rebounds, 8.1 assists, 1.7 steals, and almost a block per game as a rookie. And these numbers don't factor in his defense. He was an excellent defender. Next season, he averaged 17 points per game on 56% shooting, 0% from the three. Keep that number in mind. 60% from the free throw line, and similar rebound and assist numbers and steals and blocks, right? Then the next season, he had similar numbers. Then what happened? Uncle Ben walked into the playoffs with, I think, playing with Joel Embiid. I forgot the team they were playing against. And this guy totally disappeared. And there was one pivotal play where they gave Ben Simmons the ball. Instead of going up for a layup or a dunk, he tried to pass the ball. I think his teammate got fouled, and the entire arena gasped because they could not believe this guy turned down a wide open look. Now, why did Uncle Ben do that? The reason Uncle Ben did that was because he knows he was going to the free throw line and shooting about 50% from the free throw line. Those were his plans if he got to the free throw line. So instead of doing that, he avoided it. At the end of the game, Doc Rivers made those comments that now seem to be infamous. Oh, Uncle Ben Simmons won't be, we're not sure. But Ben Simmons then went into a total spiral. From that point on, he went to Brooklyn, and it was just a disaster. First year in Brooklyn, 7 points per game. Next year in Brooklyn, 6 points per game. Next year in Brooklyn, 6 points per game. Next year in Brooklyn, with the Clippers, 2.9 points per game. And then with some team, I don't even know or give a damn what the hell who they were, he averaged 5 points per game. Now, what happened throughout the course of this madness with Uncle Ben? Ben Simmons was shooting an epic 0% from the three-point line for about 80% of his career. He would not even attempt free throws. Ben Simmons would shoot 50% to the point where in the last 4 or 5 seasons, he was attempting about 1 free throw a game. To the point where people said that he was psychologically cooked. Ben Simmons don't want to go to the free throw line. So what happened? Just yesterday, I was going through the internet and a post popped up on my page from Sideline Sources. When I read this post, I almost fell down. Let me show you all the post. Ben Simmons rejected a 1-year contract offer from the New York Knicks. Folks, I'm already getting pissed off. And we got a lot more to do. So we need to go to break right now and pay some of our bills. And today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, Game Time. One of the things I love the most is making unforgettable memories with family and friends. And one of the things I hate the most is overpaying for tickets only to find out that there was a better deal out there. That's one of the reasons I started using Game Time. Game Time is the easy go-to app for last-minute tickets to sports, concert, and theater events across 60+ states in the US and Canada. Game Time saves me time, money, and stress by curating only the best deals, so I'm not wasting a whole bunch of time scrolling through overpriced tickets. Game Time Picks is my favorite tool. It highlights the best value seats instantly. No more guesswork, no more wasting time. For example, I'm really looking forward to watching some of these NBA Summer League games. Here's what I like to do. I choose between the cheapest deal, the great deal, or the amazing deal. Once you select the ticket you want, you can use their panoramic seat view to ensure you know exactly what you're getting before you buy. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and use redeem code CLNS for $20 off. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. Oh dear God, this guy. So I said, there's no way. There's no way. I put up a post on our Instagram. Maybe we'll show you the IG story where I said, you can't make this stuff up. People are laughing, cracking up in the comment section. Now, I want to quickly read from a Yahoo article. It says, Ben Simmons won't join forces with the Knicks and gets dropped by his eight. Join forces. For you to join forces, you got to be a force. Ben Simmons ain't no damn force. You might as well just wrote Ben Simmons won't go to the Knicks. That's all. He ain't no force. Then it says, Ben Simmons seems to listen to this one. Ben Simmons seems to fancy himself better at basketball than his value. Do you know what that means? Ben Simmons is delusional. Is delusional. Continues on. Uncle Ben rejected an offer from the Knicks, who can only muster a veteran minimum contract valued at $3 million. This joker got offered $3 million. In New York, he probably walking away with $1.5 million. Given their cap situation, the Stein line Mark Stein reported, with 4 years of ugly evidence, injuries, and activity, shaken confidence, and uninspired basketball, Simmons is unlikely to command more than a minimum contract, especially at this late stage in free agency. Speaking to the Post, a league source even denied the Knicks made an offer to Uncle Ben, who's 29 years old, who was once considered a can't-miss superstar, but now is questioning whether he wants to play in the NBA next season. Simmons' agent Bernie Lee recently dropped him as a client, according to Stein. A source said that decision occurred after the point guard sent signals that he wasn't interested in whatever came from his agent's conversation with the Knicks, and we don't need to talk about it no more. Let's delve into the comments, shall we? One guy said, best offer he's gonna get. Another guy says, Jigga, you performed the minimum. Another guy says, all right, twin, now you bugging. Take what you could get. I dead be all right with this, not like you scored the ball anyway. Another guy said, thank you. All he was about to do was go 2-2 for robbing both New York franchise. Do you hear what these dudes is saying about son? Another guy says, another lady says, good. We don't want him. Another guy said, bro is scared of the big lights. Another guy said, he did us a favor. Bro wouldn't survive in MSG. Another guy said, top 5 disappointments in NBA history. Another guy said, Ninja has the audacity. This is what I'm saying. Another guy said, the YMCA got open gym the next 2 years. Better hurry up, and he might not make that roster. And more people just kept on roasting and toasting this dude. Another guy said, thank you, God. And another guy said, he knows those fans are ruthless. Now, let's get back to Uncle Ben himself. Ben Simmons is not serious. Ben Simmons has never been serious. Some of his supporters say, "Oh, well, you know, Uncle Ben went through a lot of injuries." Sure, I grant you. Did those injuries stop him from practicing his free throws? Did they stop him from practicing his free throw? What is the explanation for this guy shooting a cool 40% from the free throw line year in and year out? And then this joker got the audacity, the impetus to go out there and put together and one mixtape highlights every summer of his joker ass shooting jumpers. You can't make it up with Uncle Ben. He goes out there and he's shooting jumpers. And I'm like, here we go again. He does it every single year to the point where now NBA fans are making pie charts of the Ben Simmons cycle. This is what we do. And now you got this dude turning down a one. So some people message me, man, he's not going to be, he can't handle the New York media. No, y'all are acting like y'all are acting like Ben Simmons, they're sending him to New York to deconstruct and construct Formula One engines. They are sending his lanky ass there to play what? What did they send him to? Basketball. In which case, we all know he wasn't going to play anyway. Ben Simmons was going to show up in media day with that silly ass grin he be having on his face. He going to tell you, I'm back. Uncle Ben is back. They're going to go 2 games into the season. He going to play 5 minutes and up, he pulled a toenail. Ben Simmons is gone for the next 27 games. So we already know the play. They talking about he can't handle New York media. New York don't expect nothing from him anyway. Who going to a Knicks game expecting anything from Uncle Ben? Who? You going to the Garden? Ben Simmons check-in? What you expecting him to do? All I'm expecting Ben Simmons to do is not make a mess. Because I know you ain't going to do nothing. Can you imagine Ben Simmons in a timeout huddle? You remember the movie Meet the Fockers? When they were playing water polo, whatever the hell it was, they were playing in the water, and they huddled up, and the dad said, "Hey, we're expecting you. I want you to do this. Dude, I want you to do that." And he looked at me and said, "We're not expecting anything from you." That's Ben Simmons. Just go out there, run around, act like you're doing something, break a sweat, and then go sit your ass back down. This dude rejecting offers. And I'm like, what you rejecting? Who checking for you? Who's checking for this dude? You can't make it up. But then again, that's Uncle Ben. This is Ben Simmons, the biggest time waster in the NBA we got going. Unheard of. I'll leave it to you guys in the comments.